All right, so this is the sun in Gemini. We did the sun in Aries, right? We did the sun in Taurus. Now this is the sun in Gemini. And if you see my background change a little bit, it's because my dog shit right next to me over there, bro. And I didn't even notice how I looked behind me. So I had to move a little bit. But, right? Let me break this down, bro. When you think about Gemini, Gemini is comprised of the third house. The third house deals with communication, more airy communication, or more ideas though, instead of the expressive communication like fire. Ideas, thoughts, communication, short distance travel. So like your community. Think about your community, third house, right? Like things that's in close proximity to you, right? And then also learning, education. So like school, basically. School, things that you learn, not like university or anything, but like high school, middle school. Because higher university would be the ninth house. That would be more Jupiter things. But we'll get into that once we get down to Sagittarius, right? So, Gemini is a mutable sign. So mutable, when you think about mutability, you think about being mobile. You can move a lot. You're moving. It's about being relative to people. Mutable, you're not fixed. You're not in your own ideas like Taurus, or you're not initiating like Aries. You're mutable. You understand people. You're because Aries, they're cardinal and they're expressive, so they just want to express themselves. Taurus, they're fixed, so they just want to feel how they feel. They want to be practical how they be practical. Gemini, they want to communicate relativeness. They want to connect to people. So this is why a lot of Geminis are open-minded, right? Because they're an air sign. And then they're air, right? So when you think about air, it correlates to the ideas, communicating. Air, you can't really think of air. Like air is just is here, but it's not. You can't see it, but it's here. It enables you to breathe, right? So a lot of air signs, they're more free-spirited. Gemini, that's more the case because they're mutable. They're mutable, so they're mobile. They move around a lot. They're the air that you can't capture. Like, you can't capture air. But say with Aquarius, right? They're a fixed air sign. So if you close a jar, right, with nothing in it, is air in there. So that's Aquarius. They're fixed air. They're fixed in one spot. And if you keep it like that for too long, the air will start to get moldy and shit. It'll start to get mold in the jar. And then Libra, cardinal. So cardinal air. They're like a gust of wind. They're like if you blow on somebody, they're like that. Like initiating air. You feel me? Or an AC, right? So when you bring all of these into Gemini, they're airy and they're mutable. So they like relating to other people and their thoughts, right? And then, I forgot to go into this. Mercury rules Gemini, right? So Gemini is the most airy air sign of the three because mutable, air is mutable. Mercury deals with thinking and communication, writing, books, information, right? Information. So Gemini is going to be the most airy air sign. When you think of air, free-spirited, you can't boggle them down. Then when you bring Mercury in here and the mutability of it, they like communicating. So Mercury's here too. They don't shut up. If you know a Gemini, they don't shut up when you're around them. That's why they talk so much. They want to, and a lot of times they're not serious. They're very kid-like, which is a good thing. They're very childlike. So they're not serious. So they just spew out a bunch of bullshit. They talk about a lot of different ideas and everything. You bring that around a Capricorn who wants to be practical and serious and talk about business. They look at the Geminis like, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? He's talking about bullshit. And a lot of the times, the Gemini is. But they're so lighthearted about it. You can't just stay serious around the Gemini. You can't. And then when you look at the symbology of the Gemini, it's the two twins, right? Because they have a lot of ideas. So they can get caught up in those ideas, and it's like you're one person this day, you're one person the next day, because they have so many different things going on in their head. It's like they're just up here all the time, like they're not even on Earth a lot of the times. And when you bring that to the sun sign, right? If you're a sun in Gemini, you see air. That's all you see, bro. All you see is things that you can communicate about. All you see is communication and how you can be a free spirit and how you can be mutable. All you see is communication, bro. Information. So that's also what makes these people very, very smart. Because if you bring Mercury, which rules Gemini, into your sun, if you're a sun in Gemini, if you was born, whatever the date Gemini is, come here. If you bring that into the sun, you see a lot of information. That's why these people are so smart. They know a lot of random facts, a lot of random air. Air is ideas, right? So they know a lot of that. These people are very smart, but they can also be very naive too, right? Because Jupiter falls here, right? Jupiter falls here. So with the lack of, and Jupiter is basically higher education, wisdom, knowledge, expanding, going out, right? And more of a fiery, not really air, because Mercury is air. Mercury expands the ideas in like more of a smaller spectrum. So Jupiter falls here. So with Jupiter falling, Mercury is going to have to work 2 times as hard to compensate for the lack of Jupiter. So Jupiter is wisdom, knowledge, expansion. So with these Geminis, what they have to do is you have to come up with ideas on wisdom and knowledge. That's why they seem very childlike and very naive, because the wisdom isn't there. So they have to create ideas to compensate for that. And Geminis are very smart. I'm not calling them stupid at all. Geminis are very fucking smart, bro. But sometimes they can be naive, just because they're very upbeat. You can't really contain them. When I think of Gemini, I just think of like I don't know. Like, you can't really contain a Gemini. And if you do try to, this is why a lot of people see Geminis as cheaters, bro. Because it's not that they cheat. They just want to experience air. They just want to experience being free. I can't see you over there. Come here. This is why Geminis, they just want to be free, bro. And they don't mean any harm by it. But if you don't understand this person, they can hurt you if you're in a relationship with them. So try to understand these people, bro. I feel like Geminis are so misunderstood, bro. Geminis are very good people, but they can be fucking manipulators. Geminis can be manipulators, not with emotions, not playing a victim card or making you feel a certain way. They can manipulate the fuck out of your mind, bro. Especially if like they're your enemy, bro. Watch out for these motherfuckers, bro. Because these motherfuckers will talk about you behind. That's why people call Geminis two-faced. And they are. Because they can talk about you behind your back and then come in front of you and switch up their whole persona, their whole idea, right? And it's like, bro, you was just like this. Now you're like this with me. What the fuck? It's like a lot of times Geminis don't even know who they are themselves, because they have so much shit going on. They can't pinpoint any one thing down and ground it into earth. Everything is just air. So that's where they live it. They live in the clouds. This is why people say Gemini live in the, because they do, bro. Air. You can't, air is just you feel me? This shit all connects once you really like understand this shit, bro. So yeah, Geminis can be seen as two-faced, because a lot of times they are, but not even maliciously, just for the sake of conversation, just for the sake of throwing ideas out there. They love ideas. They love just talking about shit. They probably love Six Flags, bro. I know that's kind of random and shit, but when you think of Six Flags, it's very airy. Like, you make a day out of it. You want to go to Six Flags? Oh, let's go. You hop in the car, you go on a road trip, bro. Feel me? Feel me? And for the lack of Jupiter, they gonna be talking in the car the whole time. It's like, bro, stop talking, bro. You feel me? So the sun in Gemini is a very upbeat planet, right? My mother's a Gemini. So whatever your moon sign is gonna be whatever your moon sign is. If your sun is in Gemini, your moon sign is gonna be broadcasted a little bit more, right? So if your moon is in Sagittarius, the moon is your mind, what you feel, whatever you feel, that's your comfortability. When you filter it through the sun, which is Gemini, it's mutable. So you're going to communicate that. Geminis always communicate what they feel. And sometimes they don't even know how they feel. It's just an idea about how they feel. So Geminis, you have to watch out for like emotional repression, because sometimes you idealize how you feel and it's not even actually how you feel. Sometimes you could just be self-sabotaging. This is why when Geminis are in a relationship, they take the first idea and like run with it, bro, because they don't know how they feel about it. Right? You just want to go out and communicate and connect to everybody. Sometimes, bro, just stay with yourself, bro. On some like Gemini, sometimes just, you feel me? Just chill out. Chill out. Come right here, bro. Stop. All of this, bro, is good, but sometimes to a fault. And Tauruses, sometimes they're here too much. So it's about balance, bro. With Tauruses, they need to just express more with Mars, because Mars folds it. So they have to like push out more. With Geminis, they have to stop looking out so much, because air is like all around, bro. You have to stop looking out. Sometimes you have to stay. Just stay present, right? So that's the sun of Gemini in a nutshell. And so the actions of these people are going to be very airy, right? The third house deals with short-term travel. Gemini suns, when you see these people, when you see their sun sign, it's like, bro, you can't boggle or hold this person down, much like an Aries, but in a different way. You can't hold this person down. One day they're here, next day they're here. One day they're here. It's like, these are the type of people that have many different friend groups. Deadass though. You might have like 2 or 3 different friend groups, because not because you're a fake person or whatever. You have so many aspects to yourself that no one friend group or one person can reflect back to you. And this is like same thing with Sagittarius a little bit. So it's like Geminis aren't fake at all. They just have so many aspects to themselves that need to be discovered. It can't just be discovered with one person. It can't just be discovered with one friend group. That's why these people they like talking to everybody, because everybody reflects a certain portion of them back to them, and they need that. They need that experience so they don't start to feel alone, right? Because these people are so outgoing and upbeat, kind of like a Sagittarius, but more airy about it. They're so outgoing and upbeat. It's like they don't get a chance to really connect with the heart of other people. They just talk about ideas, right? So this can lead a Gemini to feeling alone at times. It's like, damn, who really understands me? But it's like a lot of times you can cause that for yourself, because of what are you talking about? You're just talking about bullshit. Sometimes you just talk about bullshit. You don't talk about what actually matters to you. Let me talk to your heart. Let me speak to your soul. I don't want to keep talking to your ideas and your imagination and your ego and your idea about yourself. Who are you at your core? But when you talk about that, Gemini's, no, I don't want to talk about that. Then they get airy, then they'll fly off, bro. So when you try to get too close to a Gemini, they run off. They're an air sign. They don't like that a lot of the times, bro. They just want to keep it upbeat. Geminis and Sagittarius are the most compatible sister signs of the zodiac, because they're most alike. Sagittarius is more of an airy fire, right? And Gemini is just so airy. They're mutable. Both of these signs are mutable, so they understand each other a lot, bro. So you try to get too close to a Gemini, throw too much emotions in there, throw too much practicality. What can we actually do about this? You won't see that person for another week, and then they'll come back, and it's like, all right, I'll refresh my energy. What new can we do now? But it's like, bro, focus on what the fuck is in front of you, bro. Stop trying to distract yourself with all these different things. But I'm about to end this video because I don't want to lose y'all on a whole bunch of different ideas. See, just me talking about Geminis, it's like I'm everywhere at once. That's exactly how these people are, bro. And I need to embody a lot of Gemini energy. My Saturn's in Gemini and my North Node is in Gemini, right? But even just me talking about them, I'm starting to take on a lot of those traits, like just being airy, bro. So this video is, you want to know how Gemini acts and thinks and communicates? Look at this video, bro, because I just summoned a lot of that energy, and I'm just all over the place, bro. That's Gemini in a nutshell. These people are not in a nutshell. That's basically what it is. Gemini in a nutshell is you can't keep them in a nutshell, and don't try to, because they will become airy and fly away, basically.